Chris tied his career high with 15 points. He also had 5 assists and 2 steals. And he was part of a group that, without these main 2 ball handlers, had just 5 turnovers on the day. And that's probably the stat Chris likes the most. With that, I will hand this to Jeff, and we'll get started.
All right, man. I want to start second half. It was a dunk. The reaction to your dunk makes me wonder how much you've been hurt, or why everybody. Is it just because you're an old man? Like, why was everybody going crazy in a way that I wouldn't think they would for a 6'6" guard?
You don't see that often in practice. Let's just say that. Yeah, I got the old man treatment with these guys. Same with Luke Hop. But yeah, I think you just don't see that often nowadays from me. So it's pretty cool.
Were you surprised?
A little bit. I was surprised it was 20 feet of space, and kind of guys were joking about it, how I just walked it in. Didn't look like I was going to dunk it. So yeah.
All right. So you guys, obviously, it's safe to say that your outside game has not been going yet so far this season. Second half Saturday, it kind of got going, but you guys, for the 14-0 run in the second half, you guys at one stretch, including that 14-0 run, made 11 straight baskets that were at the rim. Mm-hmm. I'm curious if that was like a conscious decision, like spoken to you guys from your coach, or if you guys just all sort of figured on your own, like, all right, it's not working from the outside, let's go inside.
Yeah, going into the game, we were talking about there's some guys that on their team were really good scorers, but that we can attack on the defensive end. And I think first half we felt it a little bit, and then Coach Olin was just talking about how the elevation's starting to get to them, keep running the floor. They don't want to guard for too long, so I think that just opened up driving lanes. Like we see here, that's a great number. They had 10 points in the paint, and we had 52. So I think they shot the ball extremely well, but that right there kind of helped separate, keeping them out the paint. And so
that's the separation. You guys did win. I will ask about Henderson in particular. I mean, they did get loose from the outside. Yes. Your first 2 games, you guys held opponents to like 13% shooting from 3-point range. They hit I don't know what they hit tonight, 14 of them. 14 from 3, and he had 27 points. What was it that they got going so much from the outside?
I think kind of how every time I'm in here, when I talk about our defense, we like to pressure, make guys do something different that they're comfortable. I think, especially first half, to let him get into his rhythm. He was just extremely comfortable. Still, credit to him, great player, great scorer, but we were just letting him get way too comfortable first half. And then by then, he already got his rhythm, already got the confidence, and so he hit a couple tougher shots second half, but still. He was just a little too comfortable throughout the game. And I think second half, Luke Hop really did a fantastic job forcing him inside the 3-point line, making him try to do something different. And we got a couple steals out of it. Got a couple deflections too, almost steals. I think, he just got comfortable, and that's a credit to him as a scorer, but also something that we can for sure work on moving forward.
Chris, the second half, when they still kept their run going, and
yes.
Right about when you were tied, you personally made a couple of really strong moves to the basket. You talked about those and how they kind of set the tone for the rest of the game.
That's just a credit to the adjustment coaches were just telling us. They're tired. They're kind of on defense. They were on their heels a lot, so we're going to eat up that space, and I think I was just kind of in that position to do so a handful of times. And then, like I said, they had some great scores on their end, but not the greatest of defenders, and I was just trying to take that advantage.
Hey, Chris. Great game, but I want to check in on you because I saw you talked to trainers. Like I saw you your ankle problem. I saw you limping earlier. Are you okay?
Yeah, it was just the little quick jolt of an ankle sprain. It was kind of a little shocker. I think initially I felt it initially, but the adrenaline starts to kick in, especially when the fans start to get in and it got super loud. All you can do is just get excited. So yeah, I'll be fine. Yeah, appreciate that. Thanks for asking.
Chris, 10 field goal attempts for you today. You really showed that you were aggressive on the offensive end, just looking for your shot. Just talk about how that can be a part of your game as well.
Yeah, that's just taking what the defense gave me this game. I know there's a handful in the past games. I felt like I could have been a lot more aggressive, and so just going into this game, seeing the film, areas I can really just get downhill. And from there, I think when I'm aggressive, not always coming into the season, Coach Olin was like, the more you're aggressive, the more it opens it up for everybody, including myself. And so tonight was, they stayed home to shooters, so I was a lot more open around the rim, a lot more stronger finishes. Other games, me still getting my 2 feet in the paint, finding shooters, and that happened a couple times this game still. But yeah, so I think that's something Coach Olin has always kind of called me higher to, is just more aggressive I am, not necessarily to score, but the more aggressive I am, the more opens it up for the entire team.
Chris D'A's out, Uriah's out, but it allowed us to see a different version of Luke tonight. Where
for sure,
I think in the 4 games he'd only made 1 bucket, and that was a Washington State game. He was a different player tonight. Is that the kind of player you guys could expect to see out of him moving forward?
Yeah, I think Luke is a fantastic ball player. He had 5 amazing years at Point Loma. If you go look at the stats there and all he did there, tonight is just another game for him. I think he really got to show it, like you were saying. Stepping up a lot more minutes, a lot more impact going into the game. It wasn't just myself being aggressive. What I was just saying about more I'm aggressive opens up the team. Same exact thing for him. We often get compared as a very similar player, and he's someone that can do that. And I think that's great to see him do that at the level he did tonight, as well as on the defensive end, did a fantastic job. So
3 home games under the books, but now you have a chance to go on the road. Your first real road game against an arch rival. I know none of you guys have been exposed to that, but is that just the perfect thing for you guys right now, just to get out on the road and being in a hostile environment like that?
I can't wait. I've been in many hostile environments. I'm excited to go out and compete for all of you guys, and the team can't wait.
Chris, 52 points in the paint tonight, and you mentioned they were fatigued. A lot of head fakes drew a lot of fouls. At one point, JT Rock is posted up, and you kind of waved him off and still got the head fake and scored.
Yeah.
And then you said, hey, you made a comment to him. I don't know what that was, but you had a lot of confidence in backing people up tonight, getting the head fake, and going to work.
Yeah, that was just a testament of the coaching staff. They said they're very reactive on defense, so that's one thing that's funny. We always joke about Jake Hall. That's something he's amazing as, getting guys off the floor, getting to the line, and I just kind of taken a little page out of his book tonight, All
right, with that, we will excuse you. You're done.
Awesome. Thank you all. Thank you. Have a good one.